Good morning. Well, it's about 7:30. It's driving me crazy. I wasn't gonna go fishing because it's supposed to rain, but it ain't raining yet. So I'm gonna go out, see what I can do before it starts raining. No idea what we're gonna do. Just gonna grab a couple fishing poles from over here, grab my backpack. We're gonna head over to the dam. It's a good place to go. We're gonna head over there, see what we can't catch in what little bit of time that we got. So hey, gotta take advantage of your time that you got. Who wants to go fishing? Let's get in the car and go. Come on, let's go. Yep, made it down here. Gonna start right here. We're gonna start with just a couple of red worms on number 6 hook with a little bitty baby split shot. I just grabbed some poles. This here's a 7-foot Shakespeare micro series light action rod. It's a 2500 series Daiwa Revros LT. This is, I believe, 8-pound frost braid with a leader of about 7 feet or so long of 6-pound fluorocarbon. We're just going to throw it out there on the bottom, working along like a rubber worm now and then, see what happens. Just see what happens. We're probably going to get rained out here before too long. It's supposed to rain. I wanted to come out and go fishing. The wind's not blowing like normal. So hey, got a few hours. Hopefully. That's all it's going to take, I believe. There's something hitting it right there, I do believe. As soon as I moved it. Yep, there's a fish. I don't know, he may have been on there. Hopefully he didn't swallow this. Well, that didn't take us long. It's a little bluegill. I hope he didn't swallow it. Hopefully he wasn't just sitting there with it in his mouth. I don't see the hook, so we'll find out. Well, I said a little bluegill. He's got some weight to him. Gadzooky Jimmy. Yeah, he swallowed it. He's bleeding. I believe he's going to go in our cooler with us. He's just going to go in our cooler and go home with us. Fortunately, I brought a cooler with me this time. So we will stick one in the cooler. I hadn't planned on keeping any, but he's got that thing swallowed down in there. He's bleeding already. So we'll get him off here, get another hook tied on, get back after it. All right, we're retied. Let's do it again. Hopefully we can see that we're getting the dang bite before he swallows it. That's the touchy thing with fishing with worms like this. You gotta watch, and when you notice that they've got it, you gotta set the hook on them or they'll swallow it. I'm just trying to let it sink to the bottom. And I'm just gonna work it a little bit across the bottom. There's a fish right there. Oh, that's a pretty decent one there. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a pretty good one right there. I don't know what that is, but looks like a bluegill. He hit her hard. Yeah, that's a nice one right there. Golly. Ooh-wee. But see, that one wasn't able to get it down in his mouth there where he was going to be swallowing it. So, golly, that's a female. That fish got eggs in it still. When in the world are they going to go on nest here? It's the end of May. Let's see if I can get this out of this nose here. Golly, that's tough up in there. Oh, now I don't want to hurt you. Well, we got the hook off there. I mean, that barb was hanging on. We got her off of there. Look, she is just full of eggs. I thought for sure they would have been on nest by now. Going back in there now. There she goes. I thought for sure they'd have been on nest by now. Golly. Well, it's starting to sprinkle on me. Dag nabbit. I'm gonna throw a beetle spin for a second because I'm gonna have to tie another hook onto there. I mashed that barb all down to get the barb mashed so I could get her off there, and the hook's bent a little bit. So I'm gonna throw a beetle spin for just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna throw the 32nd of an ounce beetle spin with a 6-foot Falcon light action rod, 2000 size Daiwa reel, 4-pound test. Doesn't pay to listen to the weather, man. I thought we had longer than 20 minutes before this got here. I looked at the darn radar and everything, and this stuff was a ways off. Oh, there was a crappie just come up there and hit that right there. I seen him come up there and hit it. As long as it doesn't do much more than just this like a drizzle and all that, we'll be good. There's a fish right there. Looked like that crappie come up there and got it again, is what it looked like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yep. Yep. Okay, come here, crappie. Come here. We'll get you back in there. My golly, he's hooked. He was hooked by the right here where the bait hooks onto the spinner. I don't know if it just slipped from the hook itself, and then that caught him. That is about weird, but we got to look at him. See, can we get another? Let's see, can we get another one? I had somebody Had somebody comment on one of my videos the other day asking me how I was locating all these fish. Said that he had went out the day before, didn't catch a thing, and oh, there was something snapped at it right there. I tried to explain on there, but I mean, I come out and, like, you know, you've got all this riprap down, at least where I'm at here, down this shore, and it's not like I just come up to a spot and start catching. I mean, you start at a spot, like, say, come to here, and then you got to just start piling off, just casting out there, and then moving your way across and across and across, and then just fish it back and forth. And you got to try different. If you're throwing, like, say, this beetle spin, you know, bring it along. There's one right there. Bring it along like that. Just as soon as it hits the water, start reeling it. Sometimes you have to let it drop down in the water column a little deeper. You just experiment till you find them and see where they're biting, what depth they're biting at, and then just concentrate on that depth. And then maybe a different, you know, your different speeds of your retrieves and things like that. You have to just vary all that different stuff until you find what they're hitting, what they're actually looking for. And then, you know, I may catch 2 or 3, say right here. That's a nice little bluegill. I may catch 2 or 3 right here, and then fish and fish and fish and not catch another one. So I'll just move down the shore, you know, 10 yards. I mean, not very far at all. Just move down a little bit and do the whole thing over again. Just pitch it out and just see if I can find what depth they are, what speed they like on the retrieve. They may not like the bait I'm throwing. So switching baits, you just got to experiment. And if you're not catching anything in a spot, just move. But, you know, you may only have to move 10-15 yards and you find some. Yeah, it's a hunting expedition. I don't know if we're getting rain all over the lens of this camera. I don't know what in the world we're even looking at here. I'm gonna have to check and see. All right, we're gonna try a night crawler instead of red worm. Still on a number 6 hook, and just hooking him once like that, so when he gets down there in the water, he can do all kinds of moving. He'll be wiggling all around. So see if that gets us a bigger fish, or if it'll just be the same ones pecking at a bigger worm. There's one right there, I do believe. Yep, right there's a fish. Yep, right there's one. Yeah, this is something here too, that if you ain't catching anything, you're throwing lures and stuff like that, you ain't catching anything, the old night crawler usually will get you something. Man, this fish is pulling for no bigger than he is. This one's full of eggs too. Land sakes alive. I I don't know. I assumed these fish had already been on nest this late. I assumed they had already been on nest, but that fish is full of eggs. Go on back in there, do your thing. That's something. There's one right there. I don't know if it's one of them, but it's a fish. I think it's a crappie. Yep, that's a crappie. Surely that's not what all them things are, all them fish are out there. Them can't all be crappies. There's just too many of them. That's a decent crappie right there. See if we can see if we can't get back out there and maybe get another one. Let's try and see. There's a fish right there. I think it's another crappie. Boy, he's putting it on, ain't he? Well, that's a bass. I'll be dogged. That's a bass. A bass on a beetle spin. Yep, can't get a hold of it very good, so I'm just gonna grab my forceps so I can get down, grab hold of that hook, get her undone, because it wasn't hooked very good. Little one, but he was a puller. He was putting on a show for him. So we caught a bass, crappies, bluegill. They're out here. I'd still like to know what all those are. Oh, there's something right there. That was right there in them. That was right there in them. Maybe this is one of them. See what they are at least. See what they are at least. Well, it's a white bass. So is that them white bass just running right there, eating minnows and all that stuff, or what? I don't know, but there is a bunch of them, if that's what all them things are. If that's what they all are, there is a bunch of them. That's not a very big one, but we caught one of them, didn't we? Let's see if we can do it again. All right, we moved down a little bit. We're gonna see if anything will bite this little bit of this night crawler that we got left on here. Just for the heck of it. But we just moved down 10-15 yards because it slowed up down where we was at. We hadn't caught any in a minute, so we just move on down. See if we can find some down here. If we don't get any bites, we'll move on down a little bit more. There he is. As soon as I seen that line take off, I set the hook on him. We'll see if that was enough to keep him from swallowing it or not. Boy, he hit it a ton, I'm telling you. He hit it like he meant it. Holy cow. I hooked him in the side of his head. How in the world do you do that? How in the world do you do that? I barely had him hooked. Right here in the side of his head, I had him hooked. Well, going back in there. I'll tell you what, he hit it. He pounded it. We'll keep hunting them. We will keep hunting them. It's definitely got to be a line watcher now, though. The darn white bass are right out there in front of us again. They've moved down this way. Well, they're all over out there. Yep, see, they're over there. They're everywhere. That's something. Golly. This is something. I've never seen nothing like it. I've seen them out there before, but never this many of them. And there's one right there. Holy mackerel, this fish here. Oh, he come unstove. He had some weight onto him. Oh, he had some weight. Oh, there he is. Something come back and got it. Something grabbed it. What is that? He won't quit moving. That's a little bluegill. He come back after that one come off, and I quit reeling, and then it sunk back down. This one here hit it like he wanted it. Golly. Man, oh man, if you're having trouble getting them to bite, get you some worms. Woo-haw. Let's put another one on. Yeah, I'm just pitching that out there and just working it back. Here's one right here. Oh, didn't get him hooked up, but just pitching it out there past where I want to be, letting it get to the bottom, and just working my way back, trying to find out how far out off of the shore that they are. But I just don't want them to take it for very long, because I don't want them to swallow it. There's one right there. He's got some weight on him, or he's got some fight to him. Golly. It's kind of different fishing with this, with not using that 2-pound line. I don't have to worry about them popping my line so easy. Golly, that's just a That's just a mean old bluegill's, all that is. Look at that. Golly. Gosh, did he swallow it too? No, it's down there. I can get a hold of that, I believe. I believe I can get a hold of that one. Yep. We're going to try. We're going to try throwing the underspin with the what in the world is that little body called on that? Well, I'll think of it here in a second. Gosh, I can't think of what it's called now. There's one right there. First cast. I keep wanting to call that. It's not a Nico, doesn't make it. It's a, I think it's a shad fry Z body. The color is electric chicken. God, it's one of these white bass, I believe. That's what I was saying earlier, that when them things were out there, I said, if I had an underspin on, I could throw out there in the middle of them. I bet we could catch some of them. And by golly, first cast, the underspin catches him. Man alive. Not a bad little fish. And I guess after I didn't, oh, sorry bud, didn't mean to belly slap you. I didn't know anything about them a few weeks ago when I caught some for the first time. And now that I've watched some videos and stuff on them, I guess that one right there that we caught, that's a nice size one. I figured that was like a mediocre size there, but I guess that's a nice size one right there. Tell you what, they're fighters. Let's see if we can catch another one. I think that's this bait is Z-Man makes it. Oh, there was a hit. It's a Z-Man Micro Shad Fry Z. And the color's electric chicken. They're just like all them baits. They're good. They're tough. I got it glued on there, so it ain't gonna be dropping back. We ain't gonna have to keep shoving it back up on there. But that little tail, is just wiggly. And see, look how stretchy this stuff is, and it doesn't break. And this underspin, this was a Leland Lures underspin, and I think it was a 32nd of an ounce. But this jig head used to come way back on in here, and I took side cuts and cut about half of it off of there. So I don't know how much that weighs now. Not as much as it did. But yeah, you glue those on there, you super glue those on there, and you use there's, oh, that was another hit. Use a Loctite brand super glue, the gel, and it doesn't cause any chemical reaction with this material this bait's made out of. The Loctite brand does not, it won't melt it or do anything weird like that. And you get them on there and you just fish with them forever. I mean, I don't know how long it takes them to tear one up. I ain't never had them tear one up before. All the Elastec baits, and then the oh, there's a crappie, hit it right here at the shore. Golly. Woo-wee. All the Z-Man Elastec baits, and then the Nico, whatever it is they make their baits out of, they're all good, tough baits that the fish just they can't tear them up. That's just all there is to it. You fish with them until, I don't know how long, till you get snagged and lose them, I reckon. Let's see if we can get out there in that stuff and see if we can catch a great big white bass. About right there where we was getting, yep, there's one right there. I was just curious, they were about right there where we was getting them hits. And he hit it. Oh, it's a little crappie. When I say little, he's not real little. Not real little at all. About the dog. Come here, come here, crappie boy. Or crappie girl, or whatever you are. Nice one. Going back in there. I figured them was the little bluegills that was tapping on that. Well, we got a little bit in. Then it started raining on us. We knew it was going to. But went out, got an hour in, so something like that. Caught a few fish on a few different things. We caught some on worms, of course on the beetle spin, on the underspin. They were out there, and those white bass flipping all over the top of the water. That was something I've never seen that many of them before. But we got a little time in. It was fun. Enjoyed ourselves. We got out. So go out fishing. You get the chance. Even if you only got an hour, go out. It'll be fun. Thanks you guys for watching. I'll see you in a little bit.